Hello everyone, this is Preetha from the UMass INFORMS student chapter of INFORMS. Welcome back to our YouTube channel where we post interviews with our guest speakers. And today we are very happy to have with us Dr. Tina Wakolbinger. She's a professor in the Department of Global Business and Trade at Vienna University of Economics and Business in Austria. And she's also the head of the Research Institute for Supply Chain Management there. So thank you for being here. It's also very special because she is an alumna of our Management Science PhD program at Eisenberg School of Management. So thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. So we'll begin this interview by asking you a very, I think, important question, which is what motivated you to become an academic? Like, did you always want to become a professor?
Yeah, so actually not at all. I didn't want to become a professor when I was young because I just didn't know really what a professor did. So I came here to pursue my PhD program, and my original plan was to go back to Austria and then go back working in industry. But then when I came here, I worked at the Virtual Center for Super Networks, and there were PhD students here at all different stages of the PhD program. And there were some students who were just about to graduate when I arrived. And then I saw that they went on the academic job market, and I got to know the opportunities. I also learned, what a professor is and what a professor does. And I realized it's a very fascinating job, and you have a lot of opportunities to do research, to teach, to work with young people. And so I decided I also want to pursue an academic career.
I think that is great because I'm sure all your PhD students are very happy that you chose this path. All right. So for the second question, we want to talk a little bit about your research. You have been working on humanitarian logistics, and in recent times we have seen that there is a lot of focus on humanitarian logistics and disaster relief in OR literature. So I was wondering, what do you think are the ways in which we can push the frontier of research in this particular area?
So I think there are two directions actually which we should further pursue. I think one area is really to do more research which is based on real data and real problems. So basically to work more strongly with people, practitioners in the field. So that we're pursuing the right problems and not just artificial problems. Also that we consider all the right constraints that we actually face in practice. I think the second part, which has not been explored so far, is the interaction between the different stakeholders in humanitarian logistics. So because there are so many different stakeholders there, like you have hundreds of aid organizations sometimes working simultaneously in the field. Then you have governments, you have the military, you have media, all different kinds of players. And so to understand really, how their interactions work, what are their goals, their incentives would be very important. And so I think, for example, game theory should be further explored to answer those questions.
Thank you. That was really insightful. So the third question that I would like to ask you is less of a question and more like, so if you could share with us one memory of your PhD life that still stands out when you think of that life.
So when I was here, actually we restarted the student chapter, and I think this really became very important for me because we were a great community of colleagues and friends. And so, we really supported each other academically if we had questions with respect to research. But we also organized a lot of nice social events, gatherings, parties, international dinner, potluck parties. And so I think this is one of the most memorable things I remember.
And we are so grateful to you because, we are continuing with that legacy, and I hope we are doing a good job of carrying forward what you guys had started.
And I'm really happy to see that it didn't stop after we left, but that it is continued, and that all the students coming after us that are doing such a great job on really moving the chapter forward.
Thank you so much. So the last question for this interview, I want to ask you, what is the most important advice you would give to junior faculty who are just starting their career in academia?
So I think the most important thing is to really plan your time very wisely, because when you start your academic career, you suddenly have all this freedom and you have a lot of things which seem very interesting to pursue. But I think it's really, important to have your priorities straight. And this, for most schools at the beginning, means really focusing on research, getting your publications, because this is what eventually will get tenure.
Right.
Of course, also doing a good job in teaching, but really focusing on the research part at the beginning. And then I think once you have tenure, then you can really explore, which direction you want to go. Do you want to do more service? Are you really good in administration? Do you want to go stronger in research or teaching? But I think at the beginning, it's really important to focus on your research. Make sure that you get your publications and that you can get tenure and be successful in the field.
Right. Thank you so much. I think that was great advice, which I will definitely try to implement in my own life. And thank you once again for doing this. We really appreciate it. And thank you everyone for watching this video. We hope that you find this